Welcome to aminacademy.com. Let us do live stories of scientists. In that, we'll discuss about Albert Einstein. German-born physicist Albert Einstein developed the special and general theories of relativity. He won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921 for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. Einstein is generally considered the most influential physicist of the 20th century. In 1902, Einstein reached perhaps the lowest point in his life. He could not marry Meliva Merrick, whom he loved, and support a family without a job. Desperate and unemployed, Einstein took lowly job. The turning point came later that year when the father of his lifelong friend, Merkel Grossman, was able to recommend him for a position as a clerk in the Swiss patent office in Bern. Einstein had studied Maxwell's equations, which describe the nature of light, and discovered that the speed of light remained the same no matter how fast one moved. This violated Newton's law of motion, however, because there is no absolute velocity in Isaac Newton's theory. This insight led Einstein to formulate the principles of relativity. The speed of light is a constant in any inertial frame, constantly moving frame. First, we'll talk about special theory of relativity. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity revolutionized our understanding of space, time, and gravity. His theories include the special theory of relativity and general theory of relativity. First, we'll talk about special theory of relativity. Published in 1905, this theory describes the relationship between space and time. It's based on the idea that light travels at a constant speed regardless of the observer's motion. The theory also includes Einstein's famous equation E equal to mc square, which shows that mass and energy are different forms of the same thing. General relativity. General relativity, published in 1915, this theory describes how mass and energy curve space-time affecting the motion of object. It explains the anomalous orbit of Mercury. It also predicts the existence of black holes, gravitational waves, and gravitational lensing. Prediction of Einstein's theories. Gravitational lensing. The bending of light around massive objects like stars and galaxies, black holes, objects with gravity so strong that nothing can escape, not even light. Gravitational waves, ripples in space-time that are produced by catastrophic events like collision between black holes. Redshift, the stretching out of light waves in a gravitational field. What is redshift in physics? Redshift is a phenomenon where the wavelength of light increases, causing it to appear redder. That means it's a phenomena where the wavelength of light increases, what happened? Causing it to appear redder. This happens when light from a moving object is observed, causing a Doppler-like shift. In astronomy, redshift is caused by the expansion of the universe. Now, the famous invention by Einstein is a twin paradox. Look at this. The twin paradox is a thought experiment in special relativity that explores how time dilation affects twins who travel at different speeds. Look at this explanation. Here there are two friends with two twins, same age. The twin paradox involves two identical twins, one of whom travels at near the speed of light and the other who stays on Earth. The traveling twin returns home to find that the twin who stayed on Earth has aged more. This is a paradox because each twin sees the other as passing by, so each should see the other as having aged less. Explanation by using time dilation. Special relativity predicts that time passes more slowly for objects moving at high speeds. That means time passes more slowly when the object moves at high speeds. This is called a time dilation. The traveling twin's clock will appear to run more slowly to the twin on Earth. When the twins are reunited, the traveling twin will be younger than the twin who stayed on Earth. Explanation by using relativity. The relativity says that there is no absolute motion. The traveling twin would also see the twin on Earth's clock running more slowly. However, the traveling twin feels the acceleration, so they are younger when they return. Einstein's Einstein's personal sorrow. Albert Einstein expressed deep regret for his role in the development of the atomic bomb. He called it his one great mistake. Explanation. The Einstein was a pacifist who opposed war. He never worked on the Manhattan Project, but he did write a letter to the US government in 1939 warning of the potential dangers of atomic bombs. After the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, Einstein expressed his grief over the immense human suffering caused by the weapons. Einstein said, had I known that the Germans would not succeed in producing an atomic bomb, I would have never lifted a finger. He also signed a manifesto with other scientists urging governments to find peaceful way to resolve disputes instead of using nuclear weapons. Nobel Prize for Albert Einstein. The Nobel Prize in physics in 1921 was awarded to Albert Einstein for his services to theoretical physics and especially for his discovery for the law of photoelectric effect. The headline of the Times of London read Revolution in Science, New Theory of the Universe, Newton's Ideas Overthrown. Monumentous, momentous pronouncement, space, what also, almost immediately, Einstein became a world renowned physicist, the successor of Isaac Newton. In 1921, Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics, but for the photoelectric effect rather than for his relativity theories. During his acceptance speech, Einstein startled the audience by speaking about relativity instead of the photoelectric effect. Einstein also launched the new science of cosmology. His equation predicted that the universe is dynamic, expanding, or contracting. This contradicted and prevailing views for that the universe was static, so he reluctantly introduced a cosmological term to stabilize his model of the universe. Although Einstein continued a pioneer many key development in the theory of general relativity, such as wormholes, higher dimensions, and possibility of time travel, the existence of black holes, and the creation of the universe, he was increasingly isolated from the rest of the physics community because of the huge strides made by quantum theory in unraveling the secrets of atoms and molecules. The majority of the physicists were working on the quantum theory, not relativity. Einstein tried to find logical inconsistencies in the quantum theory, particularly its lack of deterministic mechanism. Einstein would often say that God does not play dice with the universe. The other reasons for Einstein's increasing detachments from his colleagues was his obsession, beginning in 1925 with discovering a unified field theory, an all embracing theory that would unify the forces of the universe and thereby the law of physics into one framework. In his later years, he stopped opposing the quantum theory and tried to incorporate it along with light and gravity into a larger unified field theory. In some sense, Einstein, instead of being relic, may have been too far ahead of his time. The strong force, a major piece of any unified field theory, was still a total mystery in Einstein's lifetime. Only in 1970s and 80s did physics begin to unravel the secret of the strong force with the quark model. So far, we discussed little about Albert Einstein, a great scientist. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.